Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to talk about a topic that many of us may have silently experienced. Especially in the stressful and non-stop hustle of life in the US. Which is the connection between stress and decreased sexual desire, libido. Do you ever feel completely exhausted? Your mind spinning with worries about work, finances, family, and when you think about getting intimate with your partner, you just feel no interest at all, as if your desire has disappeared. This feeling can be confusing, worrying, and even create distance in your relationship. Perhaps you have wondered if there is something wrong with you or with your relationship, but the important thing is that you are not alone. And decreased libido due to stress is a very real biological and psychological response. Today, we will together explore why stress makes you lose libido, delving into the complex mechanisms in your body and mind when facing stress. How this stress directly affects your sexual life, specifically for young and middle-aged people in the US, in a scientific, easy to understand, and empathetic way, so you not only understand the problem, but also find effective ways to manage stress and rekindle your flame of desire. Building a healthier sexual life and relationship. Dear friends, for young and middle-aged people in the US, stress is an unavoidable part of life. From academic pressure, career building, financial worries, taking care of children, to social and political issues, all contribute to a challenging living environment. Chronic, prolonged stress, especially common in this age range, can cause countless health problems, and decreased sexual desire is one of the common manifestations. Although healthy sexual activity brings many benefits, stress reduction, increased connection, improved mood, stress itself is a silent enemy, hindering the ability to experience these benefits. Scientific studies on the neuroendocrine system and psychology have clearly demonstrated how stress affects hormone levels, brain function, and psychological state, all playing a key role in regulating sexual desire. Understanding this mechanism helps you realize that decreased libido is not necessarily due to something being wrong with you or your partner, but could be a signal from your body and mind calling attention to your stress level. So, exactly how does stress decrease your libido? We will delve into these mechanisms. The first mechanism, the hormone battle, is hormonal changes. When you are stressed, your body releases stress hormones, especially cortisol. High cortisol levels can disrupt the production and balance of important sex hormones like testosterone, essential for libido in both men and women, and estrogen. Why do these hormonal changes decrease libido? Because testosterone and estrogen play a central role in stimulating sexual desire in both sexes. When their levels decrease due to high cortisol, the desire signals to the brain weaken. Example: in women, chronic stress can cause menstrual irregularities, vaginal dryness, and a noticeable decrease in libido. In men, high cortisol can decrease testosterone, leading to decreased libido and difficulty with erections. Work, family. Feeling absolutely no interest in sex after a very stressful week at work, even knowing it might affect the relationship with your partner. Mechanism: the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal (HPA) axis becomes activated under stress, inhibiting the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal (HPG) axis, which regulates sex hormone production. How to reduce the impact? Adopt effective stress management techniques, e.g. meditation, yoga, Light exercise. Prioritize sufficient sleep, which is very important for hormone balance. Seek professional help if you suspect you have hormonal imbalance issues. The second mechanism, the energy depletion, is physical fatigue and low energy. Stress is an energy vampire, draining you both mentally and physically. When you are constantly in survival mode, your body prioritizes directing energy towards basic survival activities, leaving very little energy for other activities, including sex. Why does fatigue due to stress decrease libido? Because when you feel exhausted, the thought of any physical activity, including sex, becomes overwhelming. Desire often requires a certain level of energy and readiness. Example: after a long day struggling with deadlines at work or taking care of children, you just want to rest, sleep, or do passive things, watch TV, instead of getting intimate with your partner. Feeling insufficient energy or interest in sexual activity. Work, family. Stressful work making you completely physically exhausted, affecting your ability to participate in other physical activities, including sexual life with your partner. Mechanism. Chronic stress depletes the body's energy reserves, keeps the body in a state of high alert, reducing energy available for non-essential functions. How to reduce the impact? Prioritize rest and sufficient sleep. Schedule time for real breaks during the day. Incorporate light physical activity into your routine. Even short walks can boost energy. The third mechanism, the mind's occupation, is psychological distraction and mental load. Stress fills your mind with worries, to-do lists, and racing thoughts, leaving no mental space for focusing on intimacy and feeling desire. Why does an occupied mind decrease libido? Because sexual desire requires mental presence, the ability to turn off worries and focus on sensations and the connection with your partner. When your mind is full of problems, you can hardly achieve this state. Example: you might be physically present with your partner, but your mind is elsewhere, thinking about unanswered work emails, bills to pay, or the argument from the morning. Feeling unable to relax and enjoy the intimate moment. Having no space in your head to think about things related to sex. Work, family. Bringing work stress home. Being unable to switch off from work when with family or partner. Mind constantly busy with worries about children or finances. Mechanism. Increased cognitive load. Rumination about stressful issues. Reduced ability to be present and mindful. How to reduce the impact? Practice meditation or mindfulness techniques to train your ability to control thoughts. Set clear boundaries between work, stress time, and personal, family time. Journal your worries before bed to clear your mind. The fourth mechanism, the emotional erosion, is impact on mood and emotional state. Stress often comes with negative emotions like anxiety, irritability, sadness, or frustration. These emotions are not conducive to feeling desirable or desiring intimacy. Why do negative emotions decrease libido? Because negative emotions can make you feel insecure, unconfident, or not in the mood for intimacy. At the same time, irritability or sadness can reduce connection with your partner, making desire even harder to arise. Example: feeling too anxious about something that prevents you from relaxing and enjoying sex. Being easily annoyed by your partner's attempts at intimacy. Feeling sad and losing interest in all enjoyable activities, including sex. Mechanism. Stress affects neurotransmitters related to mood, serotonin, Dopamine, increasing irritability and negative emotional reactivity. How to reduce the impact. Engage in activities that improve mood, exercise. Hobbies. Spending time with friends. Seek help from a therapist if negative emotions are persistent. Learn to express your emotions in a healthy way to your partner. The fifth mechanism, relationship, fissure, is causing strain in the relationship, stress affecting communication, connection. Stress can make individuals withdrawn, irritable, or less communicative, creating distance in a relationship, which directly reduces intimacy and desire between partners. Why does stress cause relationship strain and decreased libido? Because stress makes communication harder, easily leading to conflict, lack of understanding and emotional connection needed for a healthy sexual life. Example: you and your partner arguing more frequently because both are stressed from work or finances. You withdraw emotionally and don't share with your partner, making them feel neglected. Your partner feels rejected when you are consistently uninterested in sex, leading to resentment and increased distance. Work, family. Stress from work affecting the family atmosphere. Lacking time and energy for your partner. Affecting physical and emotional connection. Mechanism: impaired communication skills under stress. Increased conflict. Emotional withdrawal. How to reduce the impact. Learn effective communication skills under stress, e.g., active listening. Expressing needs and feelings calmly. Schedule quality time for emotional connection with your partner, initially not related to sex. Consider couples counseling if relationship strain persists. The sixth mechanism, physical, tightness, is muscle tension and physical pain. Stress can cause muscles to tighten, especially in the shoulders, neck, back, and pelvic area, leading to discomfort or pain, which makes sexual activity less appealing or physically difficult. Why does muscle tension due to stress decrease libido? Because when your body is in pain or tense, you can hardly feel comfortable and ready for physical intimacy. Example: experiencing chronic back or neck pain due to prolonged stress, making you hesitant about positions or movements during sex. Feeling your whole body is tense and needs a long time to relax. Work, family. Muscle tension reduces mobility at work, affecting ability to participate in recreational activities or sports with family. Mechanism: the stress response automatically causes muscle bracing in preparation for fight or flight. When stress is chronic, this muscle tension becomes persistent. How to reduce the impact. Incorporate gentle physical therapy exercises, stretching, yoga, massage, warm baths, or muscle relaxation techniques, progressive muscle relaxation, into your daily routine. The seventh mechanism, impact on self-image, is impact on body image and self-esteem. Stress sometimes causes us to neglect self-care, or leads to changes in weight, appearance, which can negatively affect how you perceive your body and your sense of self-attractiveness. Why does stress affect body image and decrease libido? Because when you feel unhappy with your body or lack self-confidence, it's difficult to feel desire or comfortable with physical intimacy with another person. Example: gaining or losing weight due to stress, neglecting exercise or healthy eating, feeling unconfident about your appearance when with your partner, feeling you are not attractive enough to be desired. Mechanism: stress-related changes in eating, exercise habits, negative self-talk, focusing on perceived flaws, often exaggerated under stress. How to reduce the impact. Prioritize self-care activities, healthy eating, regular exercise, sufficient sleep. Focus on body acceptance and self-love. Seek support from friends or a therapist if body image issues are significant. The eighth mechanism, depletion from lack of sleep, is severe sleep deprivation. Stress often causes or exacerbates sleep deprivation. And sleep deprivation itself is a major enemy of libido and energy levels. Why does sleep deprivation due to stress decrease libido? Because lack of sleep disrupts hormone balance, including sex hormones, increases fatigue, and negatively affects mood and cognitive function, all contributing to decreased desire. Example: feeling completely exhausted due to chronic insomnia from stress. Having absolutely no energy or interest in sex. Feeling irritable and impatient with your partner due to lack of sleep. Work, family. Work or family stress causing insomnia. Then fatigue from lack of sleep affecting ability to work and interact with family. Mechanism. Sleep deprivation impacts the HPG axis, regulating sex hormones. Increases fatigue, impairs emotional regulation. How to reduce the impact? Prioritize getting sufficient sleep, 7 to 9 hours per night. Practice good sleep hygiene. Use stress management techniques to improve sleep quality. The ninth mechanism, seeking misguided release, is increased use of unhealthy coping mechanisms. When stressed, many people tend to turn to alcohol, tobacco, drugs, or spend excessive time on negative leisure activities, like excessive TV, gaming, which further suppress libido and create additional health and relationship problems. Why do these coping mechanisms decrease libido? Because alcohol and drugs have direct effects on sexual function. And spending excessive time on other negative activities, like excessive TV watching, takes away time and energy needed for intimacy with your partner. Example: drinking more alcohol after work to distress, but resulting in difficulty achieving erection or orgasm. Spending hours playing games instead of talking or getting intimate with your partner. Work, family. Stress leading someone to turn to alcohol or stimulants, affecting their ability to work and be present in the family. Mechanism. Direct physiological effects of substances on sexual function, replacing positive and connecting activities with negative behaviors. How to reduce the impact? Identify your unhealthy coping mechanisms. Find healthier ways to relieve stress: exercise, meditation, talking to friends, hobbies. Reduce reliance on alcohol or drugs. The 10th mechanism, overload and lack of space for intimacy, is feeling overwhelmed and lacking bandwidth for intimacy. When your life feels too full and demanding due to stress, intimacy, whether physical or emotional, can feel like just one more thing on a never-ending to-do list, rather than a source of pleasure and connection. Why does feeling overwhelmed decrease libido? Because when you feel you have no bandwidth, mental, emotional, or physical, the thought of intimacy can add more pressure rather than desire. Example: you look at the end of the day and think, I haven't even finished doing XYZ yet. I'm too tired to even think about it. Feeling overwhelmed makes you avoid intimacy with your partner. Work, family. Stress from work and family responsibilities making you feel completely drained of energy and having no mind left for your partner. Mechanism. Cognitive overload, depletion of mental and emotional resources, framing intimacy as a task rather than a desire. How to reduce the impact? Practice time management and prioritization. Learn to delegate tasks or say no to unnecessary things. Most importantly, schedule quality time with your partner, viewing it as an investment in your relationship and mutual happiness. Fueling your stress management and libido. Nutrition for well-being. A healthy diet can support your body's ability to cope with stress. Balance hormones, maintain energy levels, and improve overall physical and mental health, indirectly supporting healthy libido when stress is a factor. Eating for stress resilience and hormonal balance. Nourishing your body and mind. Integrating food section. Focus on cognitive function. Energy, mood, stress management. A diet that provides sufficient nutrients supports the body's response to stress. Hormone balance and energy maintenance, helping to counteract the negative impact of stress on libido. Balanced diet provides the fundamental building blocks for energy production and overall physiological function. Reducing fatigue that contributes to low libido under stress. Sources: mix of complex carbs, lean protein, healthy fats, fruits, veggies. Mechanism: provides necessary nutrients for energy and hormone production. Foods supporting stress management. Certain nutrients and compounds can help regulate the stress response and improve mood. Sources: magnesium-rich foods, leafy greens, nuts, seeds, omega-3s, fatty fish, walnuts, chia seeds, B vitamins, whole grains, lean protein, eggs. Mechanism: magnesium involvement in stress response pathways. Omega-3s reduce inflammation, support mood. B vitamins for nervous system function. Healthy fats, important for hormone production, including sex hormones. Sources: avocados, nuts, seeds, olive oil, fatty fish. Mechanism: provide cholesterol, a precursor for steroid hormones, including testosterone. Estrogen. Protein provides amino acids for neurotransmitter synthesis, affecting mood and energy, and muscle maintenance. Supporting overall vitality. Sources: lean meats, fish, beans, eggs. Mechanism: building blocks for neurotransmitters and body tissues. Complex carbohydrates provide stable energy, preventing energy crashes that can worsen stress and fatigue. Sources: whole grains, sweet potatoes, beans. Mechanism: steady release of glucose. Antioxidant-rich foods combat oxidative stress and inflammation, which are elevated during chronic stress and can negatively impact overall health and potentially hormonal balance. Sources: berries, colorful vegetables. Hydration. Dehydration can worsen fatigue and stress symptoms. Sources: water, herbal tea. How to incorporate simple ideas to support stress management. Regular meals focusing on whole foods. Snacks containing protein and healthy fats. Limiting processed foods, excessive sugar, and excessive caffeine, which can worsen anxiety and disrupt sleep. Mechanism summary: these nutrients support the body's ability to manage stress, balance hormones, maintain energy, and improve mood, creating a healthier physical and mental state where stress is less likely to completely suppress libido. Simple recipe ideas: focus on stress support, green smoothie with spinach. Berries, chia seeds, salmon with roasted sweet potatoes and broccoli, oatmeal with nuts and fruit, chicken salad with avocado on whole grain bread. Nutritional advice: warnings. Nutrition is a supportive tool for stress management and overall health, not a direct libido booster. Consult a doctor or registered dietitian for personalized advice, especially if you have hormonal issues, chronic stress, or underlying health conditions affecting libido. Describing users' feelings. Before understanding this link, perhaps you often felt frustrated, guilty, anxious about your relationship, felt disconnected from your partner, felt like something was wrong with yourself, felt sad, or simply felt overwhelmed by life's worries. The unexplained lack of desire could make you feel insecure and self-critical. But when you understand that stress is a major cause, and that you can do something to manage stress, you will feel significant relief and validation for your feelings. You will feel hope that desire can return as stress levels decrease. Feel more connected with your partner when both learn about and address the issue of stress. Feel more in control of your health and happiness. Reduce the pressure to perform, and instead focus on connection and mutual care. Using idioms and advice from older generations. An older generation says, "When the mind is peaceful, everything is peaceful," meaning when the mind is calm, all aspects of life will be stable, including sexual life. Our grandparents often taught, "Only with food can the spirit be lifted." Taking care of physical health, including nutrition, is the foundation for a healthy mental state and other aspects of life. There is a proverb that says, "It is the person who creates wealth, not wealth that creates the person," meaning don't let work or life pressures take away your personal health and happiness. Bringing it all together. Managing stress, the key to rekindling desire and strengthening connection. Stress is a silent killer of sexual desire, profoundly affecting your hormones, energy, mind, emotions, and relationships, especially prevalent in young and middle-aged people in the U.S. However, understanding this mechanism is the first and important step to regaining control. By applying stress management strategies, from lifestyle changes, practicing mindfulness, seeking psychological support, to taking care of your body with nutrition and sleep, you are not only improving your overall health but also creating favorable conditions for healthy sexual desire to return. Have open and honest conversations with your partner about what you are going through, including stress and how it affects your desire. Support and understanding from your partner are incredibly important. Prioritize activities that help you reduce stress and relax. Consider them an essential part of your daily schedule. Seek professional help from a doctor, therapist, or sexual health counselor if stress and decreased libido are prolonged and significantly impacting your life or relationship. Remember, an older generation says, "Being able to eat and sleep well is like being an immortal," meaning health and peace of mind are more important than anything else. Focusing on self-care is the foundation for everything good. Dear friends, stress and sexual desire have a complex relationship, but it is not an unsolvable problem. By being aware of the potential impact of stress and actively applying strategies to manage it, you are taking powerful steps to rekindle your flame of desire and build a more fulfilling sexual life and relationship. Don't hesitate to share your experience with stress and how it affects you, or a favorite stress management tip, or any questions you have in the comments section below. Our community is here to learn and support each other. And if you found this video helpful and want to explore more tips on managing stress, improving mental health, and building healthy relationships, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next videos.